In this video, I'll be showing you how to build an iron farm that you can easily expand to whatever size that you want to fulfill your iron needs. For the first stage of this farm, here are the blocks that you'll need. You'll also need 3 villagers and 1 zombie. Make sure you choose a zombie that can pick up items, or you can give it a name tag instead. Start building with a storage and collection area. Place down 3 double chests and put 9 hoppers fitting into them like this. Put 9 glass blocks over the chest like this. Then, using your building blocks of choice, build a wall that's 3 blocks tall surrounding the hoppers. Add 1 more layer of building blocks to your wall, then use temporary blocks to cover the hole. Build out a platform at this level like this. The overall platform size will be 7 blocks by 11 blocks. In one of the corners, place a temporary block and use that to start building a border around the outside of your platform. Then remove that temporary block. Replace these 4 blocks with stairs that are facing in. There should be 5 blocks between the stairs. Create an infinite water source and waterlog all 4 of the stairs. Refill your water buckets and remove the infinite water source. You'll see that there's water on some of the temporary blocks in the middle. Place a fence gate on the temporary blocks that have water, then open those gates. Go over to one of the sides with the stairs, and from the middle block of the border, use temporary blocks to build up 15 blocks. Start bridging over your platform and go over 12 blocks. Go back to where you towered up and go down 1 block. Place a temporary block on the side like this, then go out 1 more temporary block. Using your building blocks, extend that by 4 blocks, then turn and build out over your lower platform by 12 more blocks. Fill that in like this to create a platform that is 4 blocks by 13 blocks. Place slabs on top of these 3 edges of the platform. Make sure the short sides extend past the platform by 1 slab. Go to the back of the platform and place a bottom slab in these 3 spots. You should have 4 empty spaces between each of these 3 extra slabs. In the middle of this platform, build up with 6 temporary blocks. Using your building blocks, make a ring of 8 blocks on this side of your temporary tower. This ring should be over the platform border. In the middle of this ring, you can place a regular building block, but I like to place a glass block here. Place 2 slabs on the right side here, then place 3 beds on the rest of the ring like this. The pillows of the bed should not be in the corners. Now place 7 glass blocks above the beds and above the corner slab. Add a layer of 9 bottom slabs on top of these blocks like this. The villager pod is done, so now let's make the zombie pod. Go down 1 temporary block. Bridge out with temporary blocks like this, and place 4 building blocks like this with a temporary block between them. Add temporary blocks on top of these building blocks, and place a slab on top of these temporary blocks. Stack 2 temporary blocks here with a slab on top of them. This slab is the roof of the zombie pod, and it should be the same height as the slab roof for the villager pod. There should be a 3 block space between the zombie pod and the villager pod. Go down beneath the zombie pod like this, and place a soul sand under the center of the zombie pod. Now you can remove all of the temporary blocks from the zombie pod. Create an infinite water source on your platform like this. You'll need to add 1 bucket of water onto the soul sand. Remove any temporary blocks except for the ones that you're using for your infinite water source. Place fence gates up against your bridge of temporary blocks. You don't need a fence gate next to your border of slabs. Climb onto your bridge of temporary blocks and place a row of trapdoors along your platform like this. Now open all of those gates and trapdoors. Now you can remove your temporary bridge. Now place 3 buckets of water in these 3 spots. Make sure you waterlog the slabs of the border and not the slabs that extend past the border. Then you can remove the infinite water source and the temporary blocks. You're done up here for now, so go down to your lower platform and remove the temporary blocks from the middle. Now add a layer of slabs on top of the border of your lower platform. And finally, we want to go down to the bottom and place some campfires on top of the hoppers. The first stage of this farm is built. Now it's time to load the villagers and the zombie. You'll want to use temporary blocks to build steps up to the beds, with a path to each bed. You'll also want to build steps up to the zombie pod. I have an underground villager breeder right here, so it's easy for me to use a minecart and rails to bring them to the steps at bedtime. When bringing up the zombie, an iron golem can easily spawn and kill it. One way to prevent this is to completely block off the view of the villagers. If you're using dirt blocks as your temporary block like I am, I recommend changing it all to path blocks because iron golems cannot spawn on path blocks. To prepare the zombie pod for loading a zombie, follow these steps. Build a path up to the pod, but just lower than the ring of slabs like this. Place a temporary block between the slabs and 2 temporary blocks to the sides of the roof slab. Remove the roof slab for now and place a trapdoor on this temporary block. Now you can remove that 1 temporary block. Go past the zombie pod and place a few temporary blocks on the other side. Try not to fall down like me. Also make sure that your temporary blocks are not spawnable. When the zombie is following you, you can jump over your trapdoor and lift it, and the zombie will think that it can still get to you. It'll just fall right into place. Now you can put the roof slab back into place, then remove the temporary blocks in the trapdoor. If you block the view of the villagers, remove those temporary blocks too. If the villagers got a chance to sleep, then you should be getting iron golem spawn right away. Right now this iron farm isn't that impressive, but it will give you consistent iron. This is how much iron I got from a 20-minute test. The next few upgrades that I'm about to show you is what makes this farm better than most others. This first expansion requires very little extra work and it nearly doubles the production. Here's what you'll need for this first expansion. You will also need 3 more villagers, but not any more zombies. The first thing that you want to do is to get up to the zombie pod and remove the water. You don't want the zombie bouncing right now. Next, place 4 blocks around the zombie in these gaps. This will turn off the farm because the villagers won't be able to see the zombie anymore. Go down and rebuild that bridge of temporary blocks that you had before. Now build another platform to match the one that you built earlier. Add gates and trapdoors just like before and open them all. In the middle of your platform, build up 6 temporary blocks and make another villager pod to match the first. The roofs of all of the pods should be at the same height. Go back down to the platform and add water like you did on the first platform. You can see that mine has a water leak. That's because I forgot one of the edge slabs. Make sure you remove the temporary bridge between the platforms. Build a path of temporary blocks up to the new villager pod, making sure that there are blocks to get to all 3 beds. After you have your 3 new villagers in their beds, Remove your temporary path up to them, then put the water back into the zombie pod. This upgrade is done, but there's still more to come. This is how much iron that I got from a 20-minute test. This is what you'll need for the next upgrade. You will also need 6 more villagers and 1 more zombie. We'll be expanding the farm sideways, and for each of these next upgrades, you'll want to turn off the farm first. To start the expansion on the lower platform, remove the water from both of the stairs on the side that you're going to expand. Now remove the 5 blocks and slabs between the stairs, but leave the stairs alone. Extend the floor a few rows in that 5 block gap, and add a row of pressure plates on the row of blocks that's behind the stairs. Keep expanding the floor and add another row of pressure plates after 5 blocks. Extend the row of 5 more blocks, then place blocks around the outside of the new floor, and place stairs in these spots with the stairs facing in. I got the spacing a bit wrong here at first, but here's the spacing that you want. Add a row of slabs on top of this border, then place water into each of the stairs. Now go up to the upper platform and extend it in the same direction by 12 blocks. Again, put slabs around the border like before. Build your bridge or temporary block so that you can add your trapdoors and gates. You'll need an extra one of each this time because you'll be removing these extra slabs. And these slabs in the back will also be spaced different than before. Now add a villager pod and a zombie pod following the same steps that you did earlier. Then repeat these same steps for the other side. Once you have everything built and the water placed, remove all of the temporary blocks. Now go ahead and add your villagers and your zombie like you did earlier. That's a single expansion done. This is how much iron that I got from a 20-minute test. Now I'll show you how to add multiple expansions. I'll be demonstrating with a double expansion, so I'll just double the supplies that I needed for a single expansion. You can follow these same steps to expand this farm as far as you want. For each expansion of the lower platform, you'll want a row of 5 pressure plates just past your steps, then a section of 5x5 blocks, another row of 5 pressure plates, followed by another row of 5x5 blocks. Always put the stairs for the water next to the pressure plates like this. You want the water to always flow towards the iron golem collection area. And don't forget the slabs around the border. These slabs keep the iron golems from escaping. The upper platform is the same steps as before. Extend the platform by 12 blocks for each added expansion. For these extra slabs in the back, you want 3 spaces between each of them, except for the ones on the ends of the expansion. Those need 4 spaces from the next one. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. It can help if you use your temporary blocks to mark where you'll build up for the villager pods. Space them out like this. Make sure the villager pods are separated by a 9-block distance in each direction. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when one final 20-minute test, and here's how much iron I got with 4 sections of this farm. I built only 4 sections for this tutorial, but you don't have to stop there. You can add as many sections as you want to your farm by following these same steps, even if you want your farm to go farther than you can see. You can also add multiple rows just as long as you keep 9 blocks of space between the villager pods. But overall, I recommend starting small and adding on as you need more. This video is getting kind of long, so I'm planning a bonus video for this farm where I'll show some optional details that can help you out. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so that you'll know when that video comes out. Also, leave a comment with any questions or feedback that you would like me to include in that bonus video. Thank you for watching.